Good morning, students. So today we will be discuss about these four types of vibrations, that is natural vibration, damped vibration, forced vibration, and resonance. Okay. So today we'll just distinguish between them. We'll not go in detail, but just we will learn what is natural, damped, forced, and vibrations and resonance. Okay. So what is natural vibration? Natural vibration means the periodic vibrations of a body in absence of any external force on it are called the natural vibration. Suppose you have a swing. Okay. Now if there is no external force, suppose you have taken this swing in outer space. Okay. Now if you push this swing only once, okay, that means apply force only once. So what will happen? This swing will go forward and then it will come backward. Correct. So that means it will now oscillate or vibrate. At that time, this vibration is called natural vibration. So what is natural vibration? Vibrations without any external force, or vibration in absence of any external force is called natural vibration. Now what is damped vibration? So in reality, you know that in earth, if you apply force on this swing, or if you apply force only once in this swing, what will happen? It will oscillate. Obviously it will oscillate, it will go forward and backward. Okay. But after a few minutes it will again come to rest. So why it will come to rest? Because in presence of external force. So where is the external force? So you know that this swing is actually surrounded by air molecules. So what will happen? When the swing will try to go forward, the air molecule will resist its motion. So that means the frictional force. So there is some frictional force between air molecules and this swing. Okay. Again, when the swing will go backward, okay, then again the air molecule will resist its motion in the opposite direction. So when it will go forward swing, the air molecule will apply force in opposite direction, that means external force. And when this swing will go backward, it will apply force in forward direction. Okay. Now due to this external force, ultimately after a few minutes this swing will come to rest. So these types of vibrations of decreasing amplitude. So initially the swing will go maximum distance. Okay. Initially this swing will go maximum distance. After 1 minute it will, after a few minutes it will, amplitude will decrease. Okay. Now it will go this much distance. So again its amplitude will decrease and ultimately it will come to rest. Okay. So this types of vibration of decreasing amplitude, here amplitude is decreasing. Okay. And in presence of resistive force, where here the resistive force is the frictional force actually. So in presence of resistive force of decreasing amplitude, these type of vibrations are called damped vibration. Okay. So damped vibration means the periodic vibration of a body of decreasing amplitude in presence of a resistive force are called damped vibrations. Correct. Now what is forced vibration? Okay. So I'm just telling you what are the difference. Otherwise if I tell you one by one, then you will get confused. So what is forced vibration? Forced vibration means, now suppose this is your brother and you are pushing him from behind. Okay. Now if you if you push him from the behind every time, what will happen? This seesaw, this swing will never come to rest. So you are pushing means you are applying a external force. Now this type of vibrations in presence of any external force is called forced vibration. Why forced? By because you are pushing, applying a force from behind. Okay. Applying a force, applying an external force. So this type of vibration is called forced vibration. Correct. Now resonance, the fourth case is resonance. What is resonance? Is the special case of this forced vibration. Okay. So to understand the resonance, you have to understand the first natural frequency. Suppose Suppose in space, that means in absence of any external force, this if you push this swing, suppose if you apply a force of 10 Newton in this swing, it will do 10 complete oscillations, correct? That means it will go forward and backward how many times? 10 times. It will go 10 times forward and 10 times backward. That means its frequency is 10. Okay, 10 complete oscillations means its frequency is now 10. Now suppose in earth, if you apply same amount of force, this swing is actually doing 5 complete oscillations. So that means now its frequency in earth is actually 5. Why this frequency is 5 decreasing? Because of damped vibrations, okay, due to the resistive force. Now if we apply the exact that amount of force such that its frequency, it will oscillate exact 10 times, correct? That means it will oscillate with natural frequency. Its natural frequency was how much? Its natural frequency was 10. Now due to damped vibration, its frequency decreases to suppose 5. Now if you apply some amount of force such that it will oscillate exact 10 times, that means it will vibrate with its natural frequency, then it is called resonance. So what is resonance? Resonance means when the frequency of an externally applied periodic force on a body is equal to its natural frequency, then the body readily begins to vibrate with increased amplitude. This phenomenon is known as resonance. So I'm telling you again, resonance means due to the force vibration, if a body oscillates with its natural frequency, then it is called resonance. Due to externally applied force, if an object vibrates with its natural frequency, then it is called resonance, okay. And what is the forced vibration? Forced vibration means vibrations in presence of an external force. Natural vibration means vibrations in absence of an external force. And damped vibration means vibrations in decreasing in nature in presence of a resistive force, okay. Now remember that damped vibrations and force vibration, they are both are in presence of external force, but in damped vibration they are in decreasing in nature, but force vibration is not decreasing in nature, okay, because you are continuing applying a force, okay. Now suppose a pendulum is, okay, now when an object is vibrating with natural frequency, then that frequency is called that frequency is called the natural frequency. And the time period a body is body is doing is natural vibration, so that frequency is called natural frequency, and at that time period is called natural time period. Now there are some examples of these natural vibrations, okay. The first example is that if a bob of a simple pendulum is displaced slightly from its mean position, suppose you have a pendulum, okay, so suppose the length, this is actually called bob. So suppose it is attached to a fixed end, so this is a fixed end. Suppose the length of this pendulum is L, so this length is suppose L, okay. Now if you push this pendulum, push the bob once, what will happen? It will go forward and backward, so that means it will vibrate with natural frequency. So this is the example of natural vibration, okay. So and the relation here between frequency, so equation of the frequency is f is equals to 2 pi 1 by 2 pi root of g by L. So this proof is not in your syllabus, okay. So in the lower class you have studied that time period of a pendulum is equals to t is equals to 1 by 2 pi root of L by g. So and the relation between time period and frequency, there I hope you know that frequency is equals to 1 by time period, correct, or time period is equals to 1 by frequency. So from this equation, if you take 1 by t, so this equation will become sorry 1 not 1 by 2 pi root of L by g. So this equation will become f is equals to 1 by 2 pi root of g by l. So what is g and l? So here, so this is your equation. So g is the gravitational acceleration. Don't confuse g, the small g with capital G. G is the gravitational acceleration. This is not gravitational force. So this small g is a constant quantity, and its value is 9.8 meter per second square. So this is not force. This g is not force. It's a acceleration, and its value is, it is a fixed quantity. So since g is a constant, 1 by pi is also constant. You know the value of pi 3.14. So then its frequency of a pendulum depends on what? Depends on the length of the pendulum, and the relation is f is proportional to 1 by root of l. Correct? Because g is a constant, 2 pi is also constant. So that means if you increase the length of pendulum, frequency will decrease. Okay, and if you decrease the length of the pendulum, frequency will increase. Okay, so obviously different pendulums can have different lengths. So depending on the different length, they can have different natural frequencies. Correct? Now the second example is that a load suspended from a spring. Suppose you have a spring, correct, and you have fixed this spring. So one end of the spring is fixed at suppose a wall, and other end of the spring is suspended in the other end of this spring is, we have suspended a body of mass m. Correct? Now here in this situation, if you push or pull this spring, okay, upward or backward direction, downward direction, so then it will vibrate with its natural frequency. So this is another example of natural vibration, and in this case the equation of frequency is given, f is equals to 1 by 2 pi k by m. Okay, so here k is a constant quantity. It is called the force constant. It depends on the hardness, it depends on the actually material of the spring. Okay, so k is a constant quantity, 1 by 2 pi is also constant quantity. So that means here frequency is proportional to 1 by m. Only m is variable. So that means if you decrease the mass, then the frequency will increase, and if you increase the mass, then the frequency will decrease. So they are inversely proportional. So there are many more examples. So this we'll discuss this example in the next class. So just today, so that's all for today.